I'm just gonna press play. Here we go.
Play.
Why don't it's not playing, but
Press.
I mean, I know it's been a whole week, Brianna, but put that mic closer to your face.
How do I do this?
You're doing it.
It's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks. We're fine though. It's fine.
It's nuts.
I know.
I just don't know where I am.
In case everybody forgot who we are, I'm Shay and this is Bree.
I'm Bree.
It's been an eon, a fortnight.
I
don't know why you made that noise.
I lost my breath while I was trying to be like, but I was like, instead, did you hear that?
Yeah, and then you broke it down for all of us to hear, so that was nice.
And that's what happened in that last 2 seconds of my breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. I missed you and Colonel.
Yes.
Except I tried to pet Colonel today and he ran away from me, but that's because I was being kind of annoying.
No.
Very all up in his grill.
It's okay. He liked it.
I was like, Colonel, let me see your grill. And he was like, you want to see my what?
Yes. Get away from me.
And I said, your grill.
Your mean mug.
He looks like an alien now. You're squeezing back his skin on his face.
He likes it.
He does. Can I boomerang you doing that?
Well, he ran away from me now.
He's like,
because he liked it that much. Anyway, okay. Well, yeah, we had to take a little whatever. You had a little bit of a family thing going on.
Yeah.
So
I had to go to a funeral last week.
Yeah,
but
sad.
I got to be in Hardington, Nebraska with my whole family, which hopefully they're going to start listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
Now that I visited them and I told them about it.
Good.
Or they asked me about it.
Good.
And then one night we were all playing cards and at 2 in the morning and my cousin decided, he's like, let's just play the podcast. And I was so embarrassed, but people laughed at the couple seconds. I think they put it on one where I was singing really loud in the beginning of the episode and they were like, oh, all right. I was like, yep, that's what I do. On our podcast, I just talk really loud.
Perfect.
But yeah.
I'm glad they allowed for a few seconds of the hour and a half segments that we have.
Yes, exactly. I was like, we could shut this up. They wanted to record a podcast, because you can do it on your phone with Anchor.
Right. Yeah.
Hashtag shout out to Anchor.
Yeah.
You can record a podcast on your phone.
Yeah.
It sounds not the best.
No.
But they were like,
do it.
Let's record one right now. I was like,
that's not how that works.
You guys, this is not the premise of my podcast, okay? Maybe next time.
Maybe we get Shay and she's drunk here too with us.
Yes. But yeah, it was bittersweet being in Nebraska for a week, but it was also really awesome family time.
Well, it's good.
Despite the circumstances, but yeah. But now I'm back.
From outer space.
Yes. I was trying to think of the next lyrics.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it and you didn't do it.
Yeah, so how was your week last week? You had a really exciting week.
I did. I found out that I have to make a schedule for myself because
you'll just be like,
I blinked and it was Friday and I was like, well, that's what happens when you don't have to go up and down I-25 every single day. You just kind of lose track of time, I guess. Yeah.
Did that feel good?
It felt good.
And surreal.
And terrifying at the same time, but I'm like, somehow my brain, I don't know if it's denial or I know somewhere deep down somewhere it's going to be fine, but I'm like, it's gonna be fine. But I'm also wondering, sometimes I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning going, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to sell my cats. I'm gonna have them sell their little bodies on the street to make their little ends meet for their cat food, and I don't know what I'm gonna have to do.
Buddha, you're gonna have to get some balls and go outside now.
She is.
She's gonna have to work that corner.
She is. She's a big bitch.
Like the pussycat she is.
Yes, that's true. Clearly, that's what's gonna be the answer. No, it was good though. It was liberating for sure. So yeah, it's weird. But I feel like we're gonna get a few things up in the works some more. So now that I'll have the time to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was good. It was just I'm exhausted from pretty much. I feel like I did stuff, but I feel like I'm exhausted from doing nothing. Maybe worrying. I feel like
Yeah, it's
worrying.
just like overthinking.
Yeah, everything, and my brain
like,
won't
wait.
shut off. Yeah, yeah. So it was different, but I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's all good.
It is.
It's weird not having a boss because I found like you were wired, and I think a lot of people feel that way. Maybe have that fear of like not jumping off and doing their own thing because it's number one, either they don't like have like a outlet to do that for their specific job that they do, or like you are so wired. At least I am. I can't speak for everybody, but I found out like you're just wired to. You need to be someplace in order to be making money, and you have to be answering to or something or somebody to be making in order to be making money. Like surely you doing freelance, and even when I feel like I can get my other projects up and going, I still will feel like either I'm on vacation or something like that. And I've had freelance friends that tell me like that's gonna go away, that mindset will go away. Like make a schedule for yourself, it'll be better. And they also like chill the fuck out. It's been like day one.
I know.
Like you need to knock it off. I'm like,
I know. I talked to
okay.
you on Monday, and I was like, "How's your week?" And you're like,
and you're like, chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ.
You fine, girl. It's your first Monday off.
Day one.
In a long time.
Yeah. So I think once I get kind of out of that headspace that I have to be someplace to make money, it'll be better.
I know, it's fucking weird.
But you're just wired that way. It's a rat race kind of mentality.
Yeah, that's our society.
It is.
You gotta work 9 to 5, or if you're in a restaurant, 6 to midnight.
Or you work all the hours and you still can't make ends meet.
That's another thing I was thinking about, like, fucking food industry, man.
Yeah. It's rough.
It is rough. And, like, I didn't know about that when I was 20 going into it.
No.
And I also, the paths I took, I'm glad I took them, but, like, I wasn't thinking about, like,
long term.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, this is just, where I'm going. Just bopping around to these different restaurants and just spending my money.
It's fine.
And not making the most money.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out, too.
You're doing a good job.
God, being 30 is weird as fuck.
It is weird because you're like, I don't know. I still don't even know how to feel about it. And I'm already 33. The clock's ticking.
Getting up there. Yeah, I've been...
No, it's all good.
It's a confusing time.
It's confusing, but I
exciting.
know that I made the right choices.
You did.
Jumping the way I did, even though, again, there'll be times on here that I'll be like, I've eaten ramen for 7 fucking days and I feel like garbage, but that's what I can afford.
Yeah, I ate a lot of spaghetti.
Yeah. It's all good. It'll be fine. But, yeah. So here we are again. Yeah, it is exciting. I'm excited. It's going to be good. But I know we rolled last time, but obviously we kind of forgot.
We forgot it was our 20th episode, and we do a field trip every 10. Yes. So we we got really lazy today because we went on our field trip today, and now we're recording, and we're drinking White Claws. Black cherry White Claw.
It's so basic, it hurts.
Oh, I was in King Soopers yesterday. They literally made a wave out of White Claw boxes.
Well,
like
bravo.
literally was turned... like had a curve of a wave. They must have just taped that shit real good together.
That's little
like
Johnny.
A wave of White
He's in
Claw.
art school.
He's a good little cart runner and wave maker.
It's fine. He's got the time. He's got the muscle for that.
Cart shagger.
Cart shagger.
What? Have you ever heard of like when you go? Well, okay, I don't know if this is weird. But
so far it's taken a weird turn. So keep going.
Okay, so in like elementary school and like middle school, when I played like volleyball or whatever, and we like hit a bunch of balls around, our coach would be like, "All right, go shag the balls, like go get the balls." Is that something that people say?
Did he ask you to touch his wiener after?
No, but now that I'm thinking about it,
he's like, "Go shag the balls," and he was like, "It's as close as I can get to not touching them."
Maybe. Mm-hmm. Oh God, because. I hope he doesn't listen to this, but if he does, you know who you are, coach. But he kind of creeps me out as an old man now because I follow him on Instagram.
Why do you follow him on Instagram?
Because he's my coach from like 1st through 8th grade. So he was like part of my life. Okay. You don't follow your old teachers on Instagram?
Sure, fucking don't.
Why?
I don't know.
I want him to see me say weird shit. See how it turned out.
I mean,
I'm not a nun, sisters.
I think maybe I would. Wait, what grade was that in?
1st through 8th. But
okay, I don't know. I would maybe like follow my high school teachers, maybe. I no, I wouldn't. I don't even know what. I don't know. Like if they were
I'm a
really cool,
weirdo.
and like if they made like a really amazing impact on me, sure.
Well, yeah,
that's fair.
That's
fair.
yeah.
And they were really funny or something, especially this day and age. So.
And he used to tell us to shag the balls, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's
Let's talk about his balls.
kind of special. He's kind of weird. So
Maybe he thought he was just being really funny, and he had no idea what he was saying either.
He was old.
Oh, and then he probably didn't know. I'm just gonna say that.
Anywho, we're drinking White Claw.
We're drinking White Claw. Not shagging any carts.
We went on a field trip.
We did. We got we went someplace close to home, like because whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm saying like it has to be close to home, but
we did. And it was up in the mountains again.
We did. Well, because I had never been here, so we were thinking about going to someplace in Denver, but I actually have never been up where we went, which was the Shambhala Center.
The Shambhala Mountain Center.
Yes.
In Livermore.
No, it's a little past it. I don't even know where it is.
Who the fuck?
It's
It's
pretty
in the
close
middle of
to
nowhere in the mountains.
Red Feather Lakes, which I'd never been there either. We didn't go there.
It was also by a bunch of fucking Boy Scout camps with different names. Like every two, like...
It was.
Every, like,
and they
200
had,
feet.
really, really fancy fucking signs. I'm like, I remember going to Girl Scout camp. It was not this fancy.
No, there was just a bunch of mosquitoes and like fucking...
Yeah. Just mean,
beds in the
mean
woods.
girls.
Yeah, our beds were literally at my camp that I will go to, which was sweet, Camp Matoma. Mm-hmm. Our beds were literally just like in the woods.
Yeah, that's where.
And then we would just have to bring our own mosquito net and put it over our beds.
We didn't even bring mosquito
sweet.
nets, which was probably like not very smart being in Texas, but whatever. But yeah, so we went to the Shambhala Center. We learned some stuff.
We did,
Just
and it was
like,
a beautiful little...
And I think from now on, we should always like bring sack lunches, like a real field trip.
I know, I was really sad you didn't have peanut butter and jelly to make
know.
before we left.
I don't even think we have any bread anyway, so I was missing a lot of ingredients for that in order to work. But no, I'd never really been up there before, so I'm like, well, what a perfect way to learn some stuff and go on a field trip that I've never been to, like the recycling plant, but it's for your fucking soul.
It was
instead of plastics.
You could feel the energy up there.
It was intense
and calm. It was like very calm and very like. It was like, be quiet.
It was, because you got quieter and quieter the closer we got to the temple. Weird. It was interesting. I was like, oh, it's working. Just kidding.
It is. It's magically
working. But yeah, so we it's like 55 like not miles. It's like 55 minutes like north of Fort Collins.
Mm-hmm. Up in the mountains.
Up in the mountains.
The 287
nice little
highway.
Drive. We listened to Miss Beyonce the entire way.
We did.
And even like I was like, oh well, we're listening to that kind of loud as we're rolling up to the Shambhala Center, but whatever. She's healing to everybody. It's fine.
She is. She was there with us too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you park in the parking lot, and you can see like just the tip of. So what you walk up to is this thing called a stupa. Well, let's talk about what Shambhala is first.
It is, and the fact that I actually almost threw up in the parking lot because I'm a little hungover. Well, I'm not anymore because I think it cured me.
But the power of peace compelled you.
It did. Yeah. So I thought I was like laughing to myself the entire time. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna barf right here at this, like right in the Shambhala parking lot." And
but you
it's
didn't.
like, but it would have been great advertising for them. Like, yeah, no, it's just expelling my demons. It's fine.
Is.
Don't worry about it.
Exorcise the demons.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we found out that Shambhala is like this hidden. Originally, it's like this hidden place in Asia, past the Himalaya mountains, and it's like.
It's like Buddhists and Tibetans, Tibetan? Yeah, it's Tibetan. I think I'm just thinking like, I'm going to try to say Tibet. No, it's Tibetan. Like their holy land, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And when we first got up there, so you park in the parking lot and like you see like the main thing is going to this thing called a stupa, which is like originally it was, they built one where, in Asia it's where Buddha was buried, and now it's kind of like not a church type, but it's like a kind of like a temple kind of thing, and they build them all over the countries in the world now.
Right.
But originally it was where Buddha was buried and placed, and people could go like kind of not worship, but like meditate, and
yeah,
become enlightened there.
Right.
But yeah, so we get into the parking lot. Let me finish that part.
I know.
Did I tell you guys we drove into the parking lot yet?
It was a real nice one. Lots of gravel.
So right when you get there, you can see just the tip of the stupa, which is like a huge, tall thing in the middle of the mountains.
Just the tip.
You just see the tip, so you're like, oh, okay, it's just a little walk.
Yeah, I was
over
like,
there.
Because like it told us to. I think there was a way to go up, like to drive up to it, but it suggested for us to like parks, which we figured out that's probably there was a reason for it. But anyway, go on.
And then there's like this pathway lined with these really tall, different colored flags, and it's just like stupa, and it has a like arrow, so you follow this pathway up to the stupa. But like while we were walking up there, first you're like walking in this little meadow, and there's like little cabins and stuff, because they have like,
yeah, it was really cool too.
They have classes up there, they have like camps up there. I think there was a kids camp going on.
There was like a family retreat thing, because there were a bunch of kids and, parents and stuff, which was kind of cool. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
I know,
it's a
like
different kind of therapy, maybe, which I like.
Teach your kids to meditate. Like, good job.
Get the phone out of their hands.
Yeah, seriously.
God, how old are we? Jesus
I know.
Christ, keep
Get
going.
that goddamn phone out of your hand. So like we're walking, and like we see like this beautiful little hummingbird, and then we saw a hummingbird. Okay, obviously hummingbirds are always flapping their wings, flying around. It was getting some nectar, and then it stooped on like the fence.
Yes,
I don't think I've ever seen a hummingbird like stand still.
Sit still.
It was just like there chilling, like right by us.
And I don't know why I always thought, like, for the longest time, I think an uncle told me it at some point, but I believe anything because I'm an idiot. But they're like, oh yeah, no, they don't stop. So for the longest time, I always thought they just didn't stop. Kind of like sharks, like they're gonna die if they, like, their heart's gonna like just stop if they don't go. So I don't know why.
Is that a thing with sharks?
I know they have to always keep
moving?
Water flowing through their gills or they'll die. I think they can stop, but I don't know. I've never seen a shark sleep though, because they're
if you flip them upside down, they get really relaxed.
Oh, okay.
Like people do that to them, so they like calm down.
People do that to me, and I get real relaxed too.
Yeah,
so.
you do.
Zingers. We have jokes here.
Anyway, hummingbirds.
No, but like, yeah, I think sharks, you have to keep the water flowing through their gills or they will die. Yeah, but I thought and I think for a minute too, like I always thought like sharks, they could never just how do they even sleep? They just go around in a circle. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing. But anyway, I'm not very educated.
Your uncle's
obviously,
a liar.
He is.
But yeah, it was weird to see one.
But it was weird to see it stop, and it was we were walking down, and there was like a colorful butterfly.
Yeah, a lavender little butterfly.
Yeah. And then a hummingbird, because I'm like, oh my God, we're like walking into a goddamn Disney movie. Oh, but it gets better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, also I was like taking a picture, and I like moved my hand, and it was like right by a little chipmunk that was just hanging out.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh my God, is that a little statue? And you're like, what? And then it was like, she could have like just taken her hand and just pet it. To be fair, it was like a pretty fat chipmunk.
It was a big old chipmunk.
It was definitely like Theodore of the Chipmunks for sure.
Oh, for
without a shirt on.
Not Alvin or Simon.
No, Theodore was the chubby one.
Was Simon the chubby one?
No, Simon was the one with the glasses. He was the nerd.
Simon says. Simon says, I'm a fucking nerd. Mouse.
But he's adorable.
Yes.
Anyway. No, and then we saw some deer.
Yeah, so you walk up the path
chilling out underneath the hut.
And then you're in like this main village thing with there's like cabins and stuff, and there's like cabins on stilts, like a big one. I think it was like a bookstore.
Yeah, it was one of like I think the gift shop or something.
And yeah, there were like 5 deer just chilling under this fucking
It really was.
bookstore.
It was like something out of a Disney movie.
It was really cute.
It was adorable.
And then we're still walking on the path. We walk past these buildings, and like it looks like little like meditation centers and like little classroom things, and like the mess hall. Yeah. And we're like, okay, we can't, and then you can't see the stupa
and then
again.
all of a sudden,
it's
like the stupa
gone.
disappeared. You can see like the signs, but yeah, the path is still there, but we can't see it. We're like, okay, well,
we just saw the tip.
Because it just says like follow the flags, and so going back to it, it just kind of, so we're going up the path, and then we see like these like little, I guess like little offering, whatever, like the little, I think you ended up putting like some flowers there for your grandma.
Oh yeah.
But like we go up there and we still can't see it. We must be. I mean, it's it's not that long of a hike. It's like
It's like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. It's really not that far. But it's really pretty. You go through like some
But you
little
don't
bridges, but you don't see it the entire time, and then all of a sudden you see it. So with that homeland, like with the, I guess homeland, their Holy Land kind of platform that it's like this nestled thing in the mountains. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they figured it out, but they kind of made it where it just kind of appears out of nowhere. So it really is. I'm like, oh, so there must have been a purpose. For all of that, or was it a coincidence? I don't know. Well, I'm gonna say it was for a purpose.
I think it was because it's
just really cool. It was just an aspect that was really cool that I didn't really take away until we started.
Yeah, and you're
just
walking up this pretty windy path through like trees and wildflowers, and there's like, what are those like flags?
Oh yeah, those, it's like the Tibetan prayer flags.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's those like
everywhere.
A strode.
Jeez.
What am I trying to say?
Man.
Not words, apparently. Yeah. There's like some of those just like lining the path, and then there's little places to like step off and like sit. And then finally we get up there. And it's like this huge, like bright white temple.
And I don't know if maybe that was the reason why like the sun was so bright up there.
It was so like it was hurting
blinding.
my eyes. I didn't have my sunglasses, and I like had to like look down a lot because I was like, oh my god, it's so bright.
It's because you weren't worthy of the presence.
I wasn't. Just kidding. But yeah, you definitely felt like way like the calm of being up there.
Yeah, I noticed like both of us got. It wasn't just because we were tired, but it was just like we were getting quieter and quieter and it was, I don't know. I mean, I believe in all that stuff. So, I mean, it's like it felt just not heavy, but just needed to be quiet.
Yeah.
So.
And right before you get up there, there's like this little Buddha shrine, like in this little tree, little area, like right by a little like creek.
Yeah. People left like their fucking candy bars and shit, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, some people left some weird stuff, like people
like
offered like
frappuccino
coins or rings or
and then
like flowers.
Somebody just looked like they left their garbage in there.
Yeah, that was kind of rude. We were like, really, you're leaving your half drank Starbucks
people.
Frappuccino?
That's just
in
people.
This like it looks like a little fountain, and people had laid all their stuff out, and like some people
are just amazing. Mm-hmm.
They're really
because they are trash.
Yeah, like really, I'm just gonna leave this. Like, who does that? Why would you come up to this place?
Somebody that doesn't appreciate it. They bring because they were brought there by their parents or whatever. So
assholes.
They are, but it's fine. So,
but we still had peace for them while we were there. Not anymore.
We did. No.
So we walked up, and so it's this giant bright white building, has a huge like steeple. And it's like mostly like gold accents along like the edges of the building, but then there's like really bright colors. Like on the there's like pillars, and there's like a couple different statues, one of like Buddha standing up doing a little pose.
Yeah.
A really big one.
A
like
big pose.
On the outside of the building.
Yeah.
And then you like walk up these stairs up to the actual stupa. And then around the stupa was like this like gravel round pathway that you could walk all the way around it. And there was like little like medium-sized bonsai pine trees lining and flowers.
They were funny looking.
They were weird little pine trees.
Yeah.
And then you're brought up to like the main entrance of the stupa.
Yep.
And you got to take your shoes off, which we're like, oh,
yeah.
But it's okay.
It's fine. But I didn't know. I don't know. I have a weird thing about that. It just freaks me out.
Yeah, because who the fuck knows where your feet span?
Exactly.
I don't want no athlete's foot.
No. So then we go in, and it's like deafening quiet. It's,
like so
like it's
silent.
Like it's like one of those. I don't know what they're called, but there's a specific name for them where it's like you go into one of these rooms and all the sound has been pretty much like vacuumed out of it, and it's like perfectly silent. But it wasn't eerie because I mean obviously it was just the energy was super super high in there, but it was like I just can't even describe the quietness of it. So it's just like my brain didn't know what to do with it.
And it was all windy outside and stuff. So like as soon as you walk, even before you shut the door, you couldn't hear anything.
No, it was weird.
It was really weird.
Super weird.
And there's like once you walk in, there's a giant
Yeah.
statue of Buddha, like sitting.
It was intense
cross-legged.
too. Like it kind of like takes your breath away. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're like,
it is. It's like
it's
overwhelming,
incredibly
because of the quiet.
intense. Yeah.
And how big that statue is.
Yeah, it's like if you were to like to get up super close and like sit in Abraham Lincoln's lap at the Washington, like at the monument.
It's like that.
Yeah, kind of like that, where you're sitting in Abe's lap. You know how you do.
When you sit in his lap.
You just sit right in his lap.
And just because, like, it's a really small, like, it's just a room.
Yeah, it's nothing, like, it's like, I want to say it's like a, I mean.
It's probably as big as your living room and kitchen, at the most.
Well, maybe not.
It's really tall.
It's really tall. I would say it's like probably the width of like my two, like I live in like kind of like a duplexy looking thing, so like it's probably like the length of that. I mean, it's not that big.
It really is,
but it's super super tall. Mm-hmm. So, it's just, I don't know. It's very bizarre,
and it's very ornately decorated. Like the floor had like different. It looked like it was different colored marbles.
Yeah, and then they had like
actual marbles
in it,
but different colored marble floor. But then in one of the parts, one of the big tile things, it was like a design, and then it was like a cutout, and it had like red marbles like
it was super ornate. The floor. It was insane looking.
Like the round kind of marbles, not just the stone.
Just not exactly.
And then like the walls, like the pillars on like in the actual stupa had this beautiful like floral designs on them, and then like when you look really close, there's like little like Buddha faces like in some of the decorations,
right?
And then there's like little windows all around like all the sides of the room that you can like walk around like as quiet as you possibly can while people are in there like meditating and stuff.
Yeah, because there was a couple people obviously in there like just meditating and doing their thing, and and there was like a giant like a humongous Tibetan singing bowl that I wanted to go touch so bad, but obviously
you didn't.
I didn't want to do that.
They also had a spot, I wish we did this, but they had a spot where you could like write probably like an offering or a prayer or something. Did you see that?
Yeah, because one guy got up and did that.
Yeah, and then you like put it in their little offering pot or whatever.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It was also a very different depiction of Buddha, I felt. I mean,
no, it's fair.
To me, it didn't look like the normal. The statue inside didn't look like the normal Buddha face, I felt like. Mm-hmm. And also, like, it actually had, like, cloth clothing.
Which I didn't know. Like, I thought it was, like, all metal. But it's because everything was so still in there that you couldn't tell until because we were walking around where everyone else was, like, sitting, obviously. But because we wanted to look at there's, like, some stuff that you can look at.
And the little windows around
Yeah, and so we went around, and it wasn't until we got kind of behind it where I was like, oh, shit, that's, like, cloth.
Yeah, I almost touched it, but then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to knock it over onto someone.
You know what? Yeah, you would have knocked over that 500-foot statue for sure.
I am very clumsy.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just bow on it.
I know you're like a bull in China shop, but I don't think a bull could like knock that over. But yeah, so it was super super quiet and it was weird, and then it wasn't like at first it was just deafening quiet, and then we walked around it and it wasn't, and then when we got kind of on the other side of that room is when like it just, I don't know if the energy was really heavy. But, like, my ears were just, like, ringing so bad.
Crazy.
So I don't know if that was just the silence was doing that, and it was just I was hearing that noise or what. But it was weird. And I was like, okay, I have to leave.
Yeah, it was neat. I want to go back up there and, like, sit in there and just, like, try and do something like that. But I wasn't feeling that today.
No, I wasn't either.
So we just we did a little quiet walk around inside. And then came back out, and it's like in this little behind a bunch of trees, like at the foot of these like mountains. And it's just it really does not look like it belongs in Colorado at all. No. It looks like it's a temple in the middle of the mountains. And it was just a really neat little excursion, especially because it's so close to us.
It is, and that's what was even weirder, is that how close it was.
Yeah. And it was, didn't take us very long to get there.
No.
So, I just wanted to talk about the stupa a little bit.
Yeah.
So it stands at 108 feet tall. And it's one of the most significant examples of sacred Buddhist architecture in North America.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, our little Fort Collins fucking stupa. Sorry, I did not mean to say fucking stupa.
I mean,
Buddha knows I didn't mean it in any
the
harm's
stupid
way.
police ain't gonna come get you. It's fine.
And it's sited in between two powerful landforms. So the power of the stupa balances and brings together the energies of the surrounding environment. At the same time, it embodies the wisdom and blessings of the Trungpa Rinpoche. I don't know how to say that correctly. I know I said the first one right.
Right.
As well as the Buddhist and Shambhala lineages. And the part where it talks about like bringing the energies of the environment around it like together, like you can feel it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like you totally do.
That's why I think it was like a Disney movie, because I feel like the animals could feel it too.
Yeah, like they were not scared.
No.
They weren't
Yeah, it's
like
not,
trying to run away.
And it's not like I don't think like the people feed them or anything like that.
No, it's just like you could feel the calm and the
Yeah.
peace up there for sure. And it just
It's like a come to life Hallmark card.
It was beautiful, like we were in a storybook.
Yeah.
So they built this stupa up in the mountains in 1988. And the primary construction phase occurred over a 13-year period. And it actually
Which is crazy.
It was built by volunteers.
Okay, that's even crazier.
And then mostly, I guess. So mostly built by volunteer laborers. And then the money that was donated through fundraising events helped build it all.
It's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. What people with like, a passion do.
Yes. So yeah, it's just a really cool, unique,
Yeah.
random spot.
Yeah.
In the mountains. There's also a place to go watch a video next to the restrooms, but it smelled a little bit like a porta potty, so we decided to nix the video segment.
Yeah, that was okay.
So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the history of a stupa too.
Okay.
Okay, Shay?
I'm ready.
It's one of the oldest Buddhist religious monument because it was where Buddha was buried originally.
Right.
So Buddha actually requested that his relics be placed in a familiar stupa, but with a shift in the emphasis. So instead of being just a place to honor where the bones and relics of a cremated king were placed, the stupa was located at four corners to remind people of the awakened state of mind. So the stupa evolved from a mound of dirt to a king's burial tomb to a religious monument. And after Buddha's death, stupas evolved from being used as shrines to the dead and into places to honor the living. They were erected to remind people far into the future that they, while living, had the seed of enlightenment. And then also we were reading about how it's now like a secular, it's not really technically like super religious. Like it doesn't have to, it's not just for Buddhists. Like
it's like a come one, come all mentality, just to put it in layman's terms.
Yeah. So like it's just a place for people to meditate and feel enlightened and learn about kind of themselves and be with themselves. Right. Which is a Buddhist practice, but it's like inviting of all.
Yeah, which is very cool. Like I actually just thought it was just like a Buddhist temple, to be honest with you.
Me too.
That's why I'm so glad we went and did a field trip, because I had no idea. Now I know. It's like a way more enlightened way of thinking than I thought.
Yes, indeed.
Cheers to you, Colorado.
Good job, Colorado. Yeah. Whoa, did you hear that?
Yeah, it was weird.
Talking.
That was bizarre. It was like you were
Buddha's trying to come out.
He is.
Yeah, so we did that, and then we were driving back down the mountain. Yep. And we decided to stop and get some lunch as part of our
adorable little Forks Cafe, because it's in the fork of a road.
It was so So there's a little fork in the road to go up to Red Feather to go on the highway still to Wyoming or some shit.
Yeah, wherever.
And it's this place that's been there since like what, 18?
Is it 1875?
1875, yeah.
Yeah.
And originally started as like this little hotel for like the settlers or the people on the wagon trails.
Yes.
To like stop. It was
chill out.
It was also for like people that were like getting lumber and stuff up in the mountains. Like they would go up in the mountains and then they need to stop somewhere before going back to Fort Collins because they were just in a fucking horse-drawn wagon. So it took a little bit longer to get back.
Took longer than the 15 minutes or the 55 minutes in your Honda Civic.
No, yeah. And my Honda Civic did great. She was living like a Jeep today.
She was.
She drove on a dirt road really fast.
She did. She had a good time.
She did, little Rosie.
Little Rosie.
Oh.
That's her name of her car. Car's
yes,
Rosie?
I never mentioned that. Rosie, our faithful listener. My car's name is Rosie, and she's a nice stormtrooper. And I've never told you that. And I just finally, that was sparked. So there you go. My car's name's Rosie. So next time you see it, Rosie, you just give her a little beep. Anyway, back to the story.
Jesus Christ.
So then it turned into then they put like a gas station in there once automobiles started coming around in like the 30s. And then
and then it burnt down.
And then it completely burnt down, like in the 80s.
In the 80s, like to the ground, because what do they say? Like they insulated it with like sheepskin?
Yeah, so when they built it in 1875, they didn't have regular insulation, so they used to use sheepskins.
Yeah.
So the original building, the building that the Forks restaurant's in now is not the original, obviously.
No, but it's
the first
replica.
one burnt down to the ground. It burned for 3 days because of the sheepskins. It took longer for them for it to burn.
You know, like I honestly,
that's a lot of fucking sheep.
It is a lot of sheep, but I'm also thinking like, is this how much information we got like when I was going on my second grade field trips that I just never paid attention? Because I'm like, we really did learn a lot today. It was good. Anyway.
It's true.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's a little
more concerned what we're gonna eat for lunch because of the little fat kid, but it's fine.
And so yeah, now it's just like a 2-story little restaurant, gas station, little gift shop.
It's cute though. It's like a bunch of kids.
Cute.
Like it's like very like out of like something out of the ABC Family Channel or I don't know what it's like called Freeform now or something like that. But like there's like little kids, not like 5-year-olds, but like just teenagers
running the deli.
The little deli. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so downstairs is a deli and upstairs is like the restaurant. So we were like, let's go upstairs to the restaurant and see what's up there. And so so it's like seat yourself. There's literally like a table of maybe 8 and maybe 3 other tables of 2, including us. And I mean, it's a small restaurant upstairs, but
it is.
So we seat ourselves, and then like some guy comes to our table. He's like, just so you guys know, our kitchen's really backed up. It might be like a 20-25 minute wait for food. We're like, okay. And we're like looking around like, there's an 8-top. Cool. So
Which Brie was like, should I offer to go back there and help?
I should have just gone back and just helped them out.
Yes.
Maybe they had one person back there, but
it's probably just like an old dude just smoking a cigarette and talking
he's like,
flat
fuck,
top.
I have fucking 9 customers to cook for.
They're all
shit.
Cancel it all. They're all getting tuna melts.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm scooping out my egg salad. And we were like, we're just gonna go down. So we decided to go down to the stairs of the deli because all they had up there was like fucking tuna melts and burgers.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, let's go eat a sandwich. So they had a delicious deli. We recommend going. You can get a little half sandwich and a pretzel for $9 total. Yeah. And you can get cheese melted on your pretzel with salt and beer mustard. So good.
Yeah. It was like $19.95 prices.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
Speaking of that, I kind of have to go to the bathroom now.
Okay.
We're back?
We're back.
I had a little quick bathroom break.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we decided to go. Yeah, we got the deli stuff.
Yeah,
and it was delicious.
It was good
and adorable.
It was. It was like we just time traveled a little bit. And it was nice.
We did.
It was like a little pit stop in 1995.
Freshened our pits.
It was good.
On our pit stop.
I mean, you might have. I don't know.
I splashed them with some water.
Yeah,
I didn't.
It was a very long day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, then we now we're here.
And now we're back recording, coming at you, and that was our little adventure today.
It was like a little mini field trip, but it was a good one.
It fit into our schedule this week.
It did.
There's been a lot,
but it was good. I've been wanting to do that one, and it was just a little kind of a mini one anyway.
Yeah, we were talking about meditation, and obviously we want our field trips to pertain to our topics, so we were like, fuck, let's go up here.
It's right here.
We didn't do a whole lot of meditating.
No.
But we will go back to
When we
I
have
might.
some good intention.
And I'll drive up that hill. No, I'm just kidding. It was a nice little hike up to
It was. I think it was the whole point of it was like, you walk through this little journey.
And also it's
to get
cool
to
because
the Holy Land.
Because, yeah, you can see it, and then literally it disappears till you
really
get
cool.
there. And it was like a 25-minute
I'm going to
hike.
convince myself that it was like totally intentional.
It is. Oh, it totally was.
Yeah.
It had to have been. I mean, that was like the original thoughts
Yeah.
of the Shambhala way.
It's true.
Shambhala Bing.
It's true.
Shambhala Bing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to start just greeting people with Shambhala. Okay.
Perfect.
Wait. I thought it meant, I was like, does it mean truth? No, that's
No,
Dharma
that's
means
Dharma.
truth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's
What
good.
does Shambhala mean? Did we?
Yes, it's the Shambhala training is just about teaching like that pure land is not like a mythical land, that it can be like attained here once everyone kind of has that mindfulness and awareness, which is kind of how I think and feel, and
Yeah.
everyone should.
And they're slowly realizing that they should all feel that way too.
It's true.
Yeah, it was popping up there today.
It was good. Everyone was looking for some little enlightenment with their Sunday football, I guess. Good on
It's
them.
not on yet.
Good on them. Oh
not
no!
on.
See, this is how ignorant I am with sports.
Yeah, I don't. I
think it's
did know that.
baseball?
I don't think baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Soccer. Soccer. Is it
Pick-up sticks? No, I don't know.
bowling?
Soccer's done.
Curling.
Curling.
For sure.
Soccer's done.
Oh yeah, because the ladies
The
won.
ladies won it.
You know what I heard?
What?
It's complete switch in subject.
That's fine.
But the ladies get paid, like we fucking won some shit. The ladies don't get paid nearly as much as the men.
Color me shocked.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
This is a picture of me being shocked.
And we're better,
Well, duh.
obviously.
Yeah.
We
Obviously.
fucking won the things.
We won the things
World
are like,
Cup of
no,
women's
you're
soccer.
good. You stay there.
Also, I saw that the most sold jersey now is the women's soccer jersey.
Good
or
on
something
us,
like
then.
that.
Or not us.
Yeah, I did that.
I can barely
myself.
I can barely walk up a goddamn hill without getting
I
winded.
did
I'm
that.
like, yeah, I did that.
Oh, hell yeah, I fucking brought it. I brought in the women's support with my soccer skills. I used to be really good at soccer, and then I quit.
My sister's really good at soccer. I am not good at soccer. I can kick a ball every once in a while. Like
I bet you can.
1 out of 3 tries.
But you shag all the balls, Shay.
Jesus Christ.
Bring it back around.
Jesus.
Shagging balls and shambalaing.
Yep, exactly.
That's it.
There it is. That's
Shambhala.
okay. Shambhala.
That'll be like when I cook and I like do something instead of saying like Shazam, I'll be like Shambhala.
such
I
a
think
holy
that's
land in this pot.
disrespectful.
It's great.
It's always pure, Shay.
It's always pure.
It's pure as a fucking Shambhala. I'm not meaning to say the F word. You know what? I was talking about.
Well, we say Jesus fucking Christ all the time, so I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
it's
all
any
about
difference.
the intention in your heart, which it's never like evil. My
No.
intention's never evil.
No, you're fine.
And you know what? If you guys don't like cussing, which I know you do, you better get over the fact that you don't like it. Because I do love to cuss.
I'm watching your face right now.
I'm like trying to figure out what to say. I'm like,
I know.
don't know. How
I'm
to
watching
finish
your.
this
I'm watching the
sentence.
neurons fire in your brain. It's kind of fucking hilarious.
Jimmy neurons.
Jimmy neurons. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is a shorter episode, obviously, but
We just wanted to give you a little juice because we missed you.
we did.
And we missed each other.
We did.
And we're like, we got to get our shit on the air.
I know, but I mean, you had like a thing going on, so it's
Yeah,
understandable.
there was some, yeah.
Yeah, and then we also kind of talked about, since I'm here more, doing another side project.
Where we video our like segments a little bit too and like have a YouTube or something.
But just with food. It's not with anything else.
Would you guys watch that? Let us know.
Yes. Anyways,
DM us.
so we were thinking about doing like a little channel and then doing like, food stuff and seeing it like,
when one of us rolls that.
yeah, when one of us rolls it, we just do like a little kind of like a companion project with it. And even when we don't roll it, just always having like, gonna be doing it like once a month and,
Getting out
having
there.
our little goofy selves doing some food critiquing.
Also do some like exposure for some local places.
We figured we might as well do it. Like I have all the equipment for it. Why not?
Test her out.
Test for us.
I like to eat.
See if you guys like that.
Also, if you guys still have any suggestions for what we should call you listeners.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let us know, because I still got nothing. I still can't think of anything good. So is it
yeah,
is it about time?
It's a shorter one this week, but it's okay. I'm not gonna ramble on for no reason. Anyway, so ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll.
All right, let's go for it.
All right, I got cooking.
Sweet.
All right, you better pick me something good to eat.
Was that
bitch.
the one that we're gonna do? Because it's food, I guess, technically. But
food.
We're gonna do cooking.
Yeah,
Or we're gonna do a recipe.
I'll just cook.
Okay, here we go. Nostalgia.
Oh shit! Yes.
Sweet. All right. Well,
Hell yeah.
back on our normal little track now.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So, did you want to do your little shout out?
Oh, hey guys.
It's been
Bree.
a fortnight. Remember,
It's Bree, your friend at 30ish. If you don't follow us on Instagram, you better do it.
Please.
Find us, THURDYISH.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell us what you've been thinking about it. Mm-hmm. We love to hear from you. It makes us feel special. Tell us some topics that you think would be cool.
Yeah, if you guys got any
us.
suggestions, like throw them at us, and we'll
We'll look into them.
we
Try
will.
and fit them in.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we love you guys, and we love doing this and being able to. And thanks for sticking with us. And
You're the
sorry
best.
we missed a week, but
We're back on
I
track
think
now.
that you guys will understand.
I think that they do, because they're not assholes.
Please.
We just call them not assholes. Hey, not assholes.
Hey, you little non-assholes.
There it is.
Little.
Little.
Those are all littles.
All
Our
right.
littles.
Our littles.
No.
No, we're not doing
That's
that.
dumb. Okay, but
Okay,
yeah, follow us on
Jesus.
Instagram
Yes.
and tag us.
On stuff.
Hashtag us. Hashtag something if you feel 30ish too. Like just hashtag 30ish. Like,
Oh, yeah. Please do.
that would be fun to see.
Yeah. Do that.
Make sure you spell it wrong. Don't forget to spell 30ish wrong, because that's how we spell it.
Because we're edumacated.
Because we are. Oh, that's a really long piece of hair.
Anyway.
I'm just gonna rip out my hair now.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
what?
Okay.
Is
Time
that
for
it?
Bree to go home now.
It's time for Bree to take a nap
Yep. Does that
in the fucking dog toy bin.
perfect?
Cat nap.
Catnaps. Okay, well, we'll see you guys next week. No, we won't. We will talk to you guys next week.
We will put our voices in your ears next week, and maybe something else.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why today has turned so disgusting, but good thing.
Shambhala.
There, I was
Okay,
like,
love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.